Welcome back to the Cartoon History Channel. This is Saturday Afternoon Retro Toon 137, Behind the Scenes of Animation 53. And this is how past animation is inspired present animation. Like, for example, Tim Burton is a big influence on modern stop motion and claymation animation. Even later in the 90s decade, after his two 90s movies and his mid to late 80s Pee-wee movie, he was one of the early pioneers of stop motion animation. But later in the 90s decade, we had stop motion stuff in the show Kablam, like Action League Now and Prometheus and Bob, and Life with Loopy. Later in 2005, Seth Green created his Robot Chicken show that was heavily a stop motion and claymation satire of everything and anything, and heavily influenced by the animation of the past, like Davy and Goliath, the animation, not the show, but the animation style, and Tim Burton. If animation of the past had not taken that first step and had the interest in the future that it gave, we wouldn't have had so many different shows that the past influenced the future and present with. Another example of animation being influenced by the past is practically, not all, but practically all 90s core original cartoons like Rocco, Ren and Stimpy, Aura Monsters, but even on other platforms like Fox Kids in the 90s or Cartoon Network. That style of comedy that was known as creator-driven cartoon was heavily influenced by Tex Avery. Classic example of the past influencing the present. And then the 90s cartoons that were influenced originally by Tex Avery are still influencing modern animation. The writing and the art style are still influencing today. Some decades of the past, like the Jim Crow era stereotypes, don't influence into the modern world as much. But there are still core elements of entertainment that have been influenced by the masters of the past. Another example about the past of animation being represented by present animation is Craig McCracken, Jindy Tartakovsky, Rob Renzetti. They were all part of the What a Cartoon and Oh Yeah Cartoon era of. Those were two showcase shows, but they all influenced one another. That they were showcased to basically make pilot pitches, but aired to the public of the children of the time, and have them that making test pilots for new cartoons at the time, or Nicktoons. Those cartoons, even the ones that didn't get picked up, are still being influenced in modern animation to this day. Shock Zone was one. The Fairly Odd Parents was one. Dexter's Lab, Powerpuff Girls, My Life as a Teenage Robot, all came from those pitch shows. Some others, and a modern version of a show like that called Random Cartoons, were pitched to other networks but got picked up by competitors like Adventure Time. That Random Cartoon show was a heavily influence on the present or current future of cartoons, influenced by the past. the network saw the good idea of bringing it back, and they brought it back. But Adventure Time didn't get picked up by the main network. It got picked up by a rival network, Cartoon Network. Another example of a cartoon in particular getting influenced by the past was two What a Cartoon shorts featuring these two, one little bear and one big bear, called the George and Junior shorts. That was a direct continuation of the Tex Avery George and Junior shorts from the George and Junior and Tex Avery heyday, from back in the golden age of animation, from the 40s and 50s of Tex Avery work at MGM. The Hanna-Barbera animators, Bill and Joe, created two Flintstones, What a Cartoons, that took the influence of their old Flintstones universe from the 60s and brought it into the 90s. It didn't get picked up either, but the influence was there from the past. They, in that case, took influence from their own previous work and tried to reboot it. Another classic example that was heavily influenced by Tex Avery was the David Fees show, Cow and Chicken, and I Am Weasel. Some people view those shows as Cartoon Network's answer, if you will, to Johnny K's Robot Chicken. Johnny K's Ren and Stimpy, or Joe Murray's Rocco, It's Modern Life. But it stands out on its own as a very heavily Tex Avery influenced show. That's it for today's video. Join me next time for Saturday Afternoon Retro Toon 138, Behind the Scenes of Animation 54. And remember that I upload every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday at 3. And that if you like this video and you like this channel, remember to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you always know when I upload a video of those 3 days at 3 o'clock. And tell me in the comments what you want for my next video. And vote on the best idea, because I want to do what you want, but I want to do the most popular idea. So I'm leaving it up to you. You tell me what you want.